on the War Council. I have some guests that are coming on. Oh, cool. I already have one just entered the backstage. So I'm going to bring you straight on, United Comics. Okay. Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
You're live, United Comics.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, sorry. We're actually live right now. I was running late, so I had to go straight live. But yes, you are on the War Council. We have some other people coming in. I'm new to your channel. I think we found each other through Second Street, who's a great guy. And I plan on checking out some of your vids. Maybe if you want to say something about your channel.
Oh, cool. Thanks. My channel is pretty much comics, anything to do with comics, to like comic books, comic games, anything to do with comics pretty much. That's why I use the slogan, "We are comics." Please check me out. It's a friendly channel. I love comments. Any criticism, I'm welcome to it, even bad or good. It doesn't matter. I like to know the ideas of everybody, where I can improve my channel, comic channel, anything that help you guys to enjoy the channel. Please let me know. And please sub to my channel. And also, I'd like to give a great thanks to Mad Max Stuff. Yeah. Man, all right. I'd like to thanks a lot for even having me on the show. First time even doing live chat.
Oh, sure. I'm new to it too, honestly. I think this is what YouTube friends like to do, is get together on live streams. I'm learning that quickly.
Great.
How do you are you a Star Wars fan? Are you looking forward to the Rise of Skywalker at all? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward for it. I'm a Star Wars fan, but my sister, she's like a huge Star Wars fan.
Okay.
She got me more into it, like the Mandalorian. I'm loving it, and basically, anything pretty much do with space, like comic type, anything pretty much do with space. I'm a fan of, but I am really a huge fan of this Mandalorian. I'm loving what they're doing with it. I love all the other Star Wars films, especially one with Donnie Yen. That was a great one there. But like I say, I'm a fan of Star Wars, but it's not like a huge fan. My sister, she's the one, like the huge fan, so she's the one who put me back onto Star Wars.
Okay. Well, United Comics, I'm bringing on another fellow YouTuber who started his channel recently too. He's a great guy. You should check him out. And we're going to talk about, we're going to go into Mandalorian spoilers. So you saw episode 6?
No, I haven't got a chance. I'm trying to watch it today, but it don't matter. I tried to watch it today before I got on the chat, but I was so busy I didn't have time to actually get on Disney Plus and watch it. But I'm still going to watch it either way because I love the show, so it's cool.
All right, so Darth Daddy Lunga is on live now. We just had a stream on his channel.
I guess I shouldn't say what's up, dude. I guess I shouldn't say they killed Baby Yoda. I guess I shouldn't spoil it like that.
Really, did it happen?
No, that didn't happen.
Okay, all right. Yeah, be going for a second.
Oh, can you imagine? The internet will explode.
I know.
Cancel Disney. Right? Cancel Disney. Cancel Disney. Lucasfilm. Kathy needs to go. They killed Baby Yoda.
right.
But yeah, pleasure to meet you, sir. I don't know you. What do you do?
Basically, I'm a comic book channel, comic movie, comic TV show, anything to do with comics. Mm-hmm. I love doing it. I love doing pretty much comics. Anything you want to do, just let me know. I have this is my first time doing live chat, so I'm trying to float the thing, but so anything, like I love to, if you ever go to my channel, check it out. If you see any video that you like or don't like, let me know. Anything you help me improve my channel, please let me know. I love any kind of comments, any kind of criticism. Doesn't matter if it's bad or good. Please speak your honest truth. That's all I want.
Sure. I'm a comics guy too. I got my I'm a DC guy mostly. I do have a But I'm a big comics guy too, so I'll definitely check you out, and I'll know most of what you're talking about. So,
Okay, cool.
Tope Daddy, where's the Jeff Hicks shills? I don't know if they're on. We can talk about that here too. We can talk about it. We were just talking about. I don't know if United Comics, you follow a lot of indie comic creators on here. There's some controversy. I don't know if you'd want to go into that or not, but some issues with a recent Indiegogo where the fulfillment is lacking and backers are not that happy. So
yeah, I heard like the last chat that I was on with you. You said something about it, but I don't know too much about the whole situation going on. I'm just coming into everything, so.
Well, basically, I'll lay it out.
Okay.
He ran a very successful Indiegogo, raised $50,000 for one issue of a comic book, and it's a parody. It's a parody called Stealing Solo, where a bunch of guys were very unhappy with Last Jedi and basically kidnapped Harrison Ford and forced him to make a better movie, which I think I've seen. I've seen a movie where they do that. I can't. It's escaping my mind right now. But I've seen this before, so it's not like it's brand new. But at any rate, I guess he's been in the comic book industry. He's drawn some stuff for people here and there before. So, I mean, looking at the cells, I mean, he has talent. I'm not going to say he's not a talented artist. I mean, there could be some room for improvement because it's just a lot of repetitive cells where it doesn't look like there's a lot of anything beyond some kind of cut and paste artwork he does. But otherwise he's skilled. And he's part of the Fandom Menace, and he has a very big YouTube channel. He has like over 100,000 subscribers. He gets like $1,200 a month on Patreon. So he's relatively successful as far as the YouTube goes. So he decided to do this, and he raised $50,000. And on Indiegogo, his tiers, he talks about how he's going to exceed industry standards. He came out of the Comicsgate deal, so it's all about trying to be these independent artists and doing better than the big guys do. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna exceed standards, and he had all these different tiers offering the signature like most people do. If you do pledge this amount, you get signed copy, and all this stuff, yada yada yada. Well, it was supposed to originally release when? February, Max? Right? It was supposed to originally come out in February. Well, it didn't come out until November. So there was like just tons of delays. Now he did update it every month and saying, oh yeah, there's this delay, that delay, whatever is going on. But at any rate, it didn't come out until recently. Then in like October, he said it's done, which means he's seen the proofs. Okay. And if he has signed copies, he's either getting all the copies that he's got to sign, or he's going to the printer to sign them, which I don't think is true either. Because if that printer that they posted, Max, is like in Montana, and he's in Cincinnati or something like that.
Yeah.
So he would have had to have them shipped to him to sign them. Okay.
Right.
But at any rate, the comic went out, and and this is funny. He says in the Indiegogo comments, it's going to be sent out in a comic friendly shipping bag. Okay. Well, it wasn't in a bag at all. It was just a comic book. And there was no back cover. It was just white, and the address and the prepaid postage was printed on the back blank cover. Okay.
Really?
Yes. And according to him, it was a printing error. Yeah.
Just tell us anything, huh?
Right. So that's the long and short of it. I think the only printing error is people were actually bothered by it, and for some reason he thought they weren't going to be. But, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
I just my main issues with the whole ordeal is how it was presented as a selling point, industry standards, and he caused the problem himself with the date, a dead by date, by sending out the old. He did it because it was a good idea. He sent the old Kenner cards when the Star Wars first took off and they didn't have the toys on the shelves yet. We'll get you your toy and send you a card to the address. So that was the idea behind it. But he said February 19th on that. So of course people are going to ask where it is when you miss that date.
Right.
And then saying it's going to exceed industry standards when he's first to world-class shit on Marvel and DC when they screw up. So you deserve what you get. I still wish him the best going forward. But the other thing that's lame is the response from Little Caesars. I'm going to get some hate on that. Little Caesar EVS criticizing people reviewing it, calling them, they should be on ours. It's a bunch of, we try not to get in politics. I'm trying to go the dark long way, but it's like political team sports where you don't want to criticize your own team when they do the exact same thing and support him no matter what. And calling people scabs and parasites when they're giving valid criticisms. I don't think they were lying. I don't see any. I mean, there's some lame stuff going on the internet now about it afterwards that try to go after him, but I don't think that critics of this comic were actually lying about anything.
Right.
So
did we lose him?
I think so. Let me see. I've lost the connection. United Comics, if you just want to click the link on your Twitter again. Okay, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry, I lost the connection.
It happens.
Okay. Yeah, that might be one of the downsides of StreamYard. I've noticed that. Like, some people are like, you're kicking me off. I'm like, I didn't kick you off. It's
since it's browser based, there's a lot of things that can cause that. So
okay.
But you know what? I'll show him. I'll share the Indiegogo screen.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
If you want to authorize it there.
All right.
All right. So this is what we're looking at with it, and let's make it a little bit bigger here so people can see it. Okay. So, some of the stuff he says, like, here we go. Apparently there's a blank sketch cover variant, which I don't know if that's been seen because I haven't seen anything about that at all. But he talks about how it'll be colored and lettered by professional talent and printed to exceed industry standards. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. Right. And here we go. Here's this one. Book and poster combo. It'll be shipped in a comic-friendly mailer directly to your door. This one I thought was hilarious. So his top tier, which no one did.
I hate that kind of stuff when people on the internet do this kind of stuff.
5,000? Yeah. $5,000. I'll deliver it to you personally because I want Jeff Hicks on my fucking porch.
Yeah, right. Right.
And pay $5,000 for it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Some were joking. That's the only way where you could not get the comic not mangled.
Yeah. I love Carmine Infantino, but I don't think I'd pay $5,000 for him to show up on my porch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's way too much.
But
we don't want. We're not shitting on him. We just you have to be fair. If you're going to be on the internet and critique others, you have to take the heat when you, especially with it. This is no chump change. This is a big deal in independent creators movement. So
$50,000, dude. I was like ecstatic when my Kickstarter did 4,000. I was like, oh, and I saw $50,000. I'm like, for a fucking comic book? It's like my book, mind you, I did $50,000 for a fucking 100,000 word novel, which the hardcover price is $30 and the soft cover's $16. Okay. And I raised only $4,000. And it's like, you raised 50,000 for, what's the average printing cost, even if you're exceeding industry standards, maybe $2 per issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's and dollars. You're putting it on some quality paper. You know what I mean? You're doing $2. Otherwise, you're looking at maybe to make a profit on a comic book. You're looking to print for like under $1, 75 cents, 85 cents per copy. Mm-hmm. But $50,000 for that.
$50,000, yeah.
If you raise that kind of cush, man, you need to deliver. And that's all I'm saying. You need to fucking deliver and deliver good. And not only that, like mine, I offered an appendix for my book, which was an add-on item. But the people who pledged for the top collector box, those 11 of them, I'm throwing in the appendix, even though it wasn't part of it, just because I'm like, well, I made this money and I want to give you guys a good product. So I'm going to throw it in there for free. And, he's like, his final answer to it was, oh, guys, I talked to the printer. It was fixed. So I'm going to send you a new comic book. Consider the first one like a rough draft and save it because it could be worth money as a rare item one day.
Well, the reason Darth Daddy and the reason what's getting so much, a lot of YouTubers are also have their projects, and this affects everyone. And you can't just say, your scabs are parasites for critiquing it. This affects everyone.
Right.
You can't use up the goodwill of the fandom and leave it dry.
Yeah.
And just brush it under the rug.
And that's what EVS was going after, because like, oh, we're all Fandom Menace, we shouldn't be attacking each other. Dude, that's not how it works. If I give you fucking money, you better provide what you promised me. I don't care if we agree on Star Wars. That is,
right. Well, I think to be fair and balanced, a lot of what some of these movements have lost their way on is a lot of the movements started as consumer movements. Not just talking about the identity politics. That's the one that gets the most traction and that gets easy clicks.
Yeah, but it was about getting what you pay for.
Quality and having the consumer listen to. And to be fair to the comic book cut, I don't think he would exist as big as he is now if people actually listened to him at the beginning, because he's been saying this stuff for a long time. You should know he's going to pick this up if you mess up. And he is a consumer advocate. He maybe goes too hard, who knows? But
sometimes I like his New York accent. It makes me chuckle.
The people's champion.
Yeah. Well, because if you look at Jeff Hick's art, he like kind of fashions himself. He draws himself like he's The Rock.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, and if you see him, he's nowhere near Dwayne Johnson. In any shape or form. His skin's a little shaded. It's maybe close to Dwayne's shade, but that's about it. That's where the similarities end. But yeah. It just, I feel there's deception. You say you didn't know anything about it when you have signed copies that you promised. Well, in one way, you lied one way or another. Either you lied about providing signed copies, or you lied about not knowing what it looked like. So there's one way or another, you lied, and that's what's really bothering me, because it looks bad on all indie creators.
I went back and looked at his Twitter, and like in October, he did say he looked at it. He had an editor look it over to make sure everything was okay. So he signed off on what you're getting in the mail. Besides the mangled copies in the mail, he signed off on it.
Right, and I'm going to be getting from mine in a few days. Ingram's going to send me the digital proof to take a look at, and Ingram actually suggests to order, if you have time, to order yourself one copy to see it before you order the printing. I'm not going to do that because I don't have much time to wait for one book to be printed and sent to me. But I'm still going to go over that digital proof with a fine-tooth comb to make sure it looks right.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yep.
And another point of this specific war council, and the one I did in the thumbnail, is a lot of people do not like Rian Johnson because of the man baby comments. But if we are still at war on either side, this isn't to criticize just the Fandom Menace, talking about the other side too. If we're this much at war 2 years out, are we all man babies at this point? We can't be too hard to please, and we can't be criticizing the other side this much. It's a little self-reflection on all of us, including myself. I'm not innocent. But I think we've all become a little bit of man babies, and it's getting ridiculous at this point.
I think it depends. If the movie comes out and there's valid criticisms of it, and even valid is subjective, because you can like it for whatever reason you don't like it. You know what I mean? As long as if there's criticisms, I don't believe people they're man babies for voicing them. Now, if they go off on these tangents about, you see what they're trying to do, they're trying to destroy Star Wars, they're trying to make everyone soy boys. Now, if you go on that tangent, that's when it's like, now you sound like a little bitch. Sorry, that's when it gets so stupid. But yeah.
Cousin Angel, aka Mr. Patch, says The Rock more like Pebbles. Does that fit as A new nickname for Jeff Hicks, Pebbles of World Class Bullshitters.
Pebbles.
Yeah, I like that one.
A little Flintstones flashback.
I mean, people want to talk about it too. I might get criticism for saying we're talking about it again. This affects a lot of people. People are upset. I think they have a right to be upset.
Time Traveler says that anyone respond. I tweeted on his thread about it and just asked him. I go, not piling on you, but how did if you had a signature copy, how did you not see it? And I asked questions and zilch. No response to me. I saw at least, I think, about 4 or 5 other people asking the same question. Didn't answer it. The only answers I saw to was other people who support Jeff telling them to shut up about it. That he's doing his best.
I mean, you can't. If the Fandom Menace, they want to be consumer advocates, you got to treat everyone like this. You can't just say, "Oh, that's my friend."
Yeah.
I mean, you stay friends with them, but you can't crap on customers. This is how
I've told friends and like my own brother, if he's doing something shitty, I'll come flat out and say, "Hey, that was kind of shitty, dude. You're still my brother." But that was
you're on screen now.
Uh-oh, now we have him on screen. This is what I hate about StreamYards. I have to keep changing my zoom so the background doesn't show up, because now you're seeing my whole workshop behind me.
Well, I'm in my dining room. I'm a madman in I need a better backdrop. This is getting stale. That's what
I need to set mine up.
A little background I have. I built that. That's like from cedar wood. I built it and oiled it myself and put it all together with a piano hinge. I built all that.
Oh, that's nice.
Now you can see half my office. Now I got to zoom in. There we go.
I got my my kitchen, and I have a bike back there that's been sitting there for a while. Which I should be riding after my Olive Garden dinner tonight.
I gotta be honest with Max. When you were first talking shit about me and I was watching the video, I'll show my wife. I go, he's sitting in his fucking kitchen with an exercise bike that he probably doesn't fucking use in the background.
Oh! You're right. I should be exercising instead of on the internet streaming. Well, that's it. That's a YouTuber.
You're exercising your lungs.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, but I like what you did in the background. I like the action figures and everything.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm a big Flash fan. That's my favorite guy. I got all the Green Lantern rings, and Max saw it in the new computer I just built yesterday. Sitting inside there, I got all the Green Lantern rings sitting in there too.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm very excited. They just announced that there's an actual director and a date for the Flash movie, so we'll see.
Is this going to be actually Flash, kind of like Justice League 2 with the?
Yeah, right,
it's still going to be Ezra Miller, which I'm not going to say he's my favorite Flash, because he's not. Barry Allen's not an 18-year-old kid. He's more like a cross between Barry Allen and Wally West. With a Peter Parker slant to him. That's what they try to capitalize on with him, guaranteed. They tried to do the Tom Holland Peter Parker deal to appeal to people. And I gotta be honest, even for me, even though I didn't necessarily like him as the Flash, I thought it was cute. He made me laugh,
what the hell, Snow? You're gonna make comments there. Get your ass on here. Get your ass on here, Snowballs. Okay, I'm gonna get comments on the exercise bike in the back. Laugh it up, Steven. Laugh it up.
Laugh it up, Fuzzball.
Laugh it up, Fuzzball. United Comics. Are you a fan of the CW shows?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, all of them actually. I'm a fan of all of them,
including Batwoman.
Yes.
Okay.
Just me. I guess I'm one of the rare guys that actually like it, but I actually like it. I actually loved where they was going with it. It just sad that it canceled it so soon. I mean, they could have gave us a second.
I didn't know it was canceled.
It's doing
I
didn't like it, and it has not. Again, it's going to sound like it's because all this SJW agenda, but it's not that. Okay, like they do it in Supergirl too, which I'm not necessarily crazy about, but at least it's kind of rolled in to the story. You know what I mean? Whereas in Batwoman, it's everything they do is on the nose. There's no weaving it into the story. It's just like da 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 da. Here you go. Da, 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 da. Here you go. You know what I mean?
Like bam in your face, right?
Yeah, it's like, what does that got to do? And then Crisis, Crisis is my favorite comic book storyline of all time. So I'm like super excited for this. By the way, I guess I'm going to be doing spoilers if people haven't seen the Crisis episodes yet. But you know, they get to the Batwoman episode of Crisis, and every episode is revering these heroes that came before them. You know what I mean? They're revering the 90s Flash. They're revering Brandon Routh's Kingdom Come Superman, which is basically Christopher Reeve's Superman. You know what I mean? They're revering Smallville. Then they get to this and they bring in Conrad to do the voice, or who does the voice of in Batman Beyond to be Batman on screen. And they turn him into a fucking homicidal fucking maniac.
Really?
Just to say, oh well, you're actually the Paragon Batwoman. You're the Bat of the future. It's like you can pop her up without destroying Batman. It's not necessary to do that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's what bothered me. It's like you know, Grant Gustin's Flash isn't lesser because they had the 90s Flash on a show. You know what I mean? Tyler Hoechlin's Superman isn't lesser because, you know, they had Smallville and other people. He's still standing on his own, and Batwoman can stand on her own. But it seems like the only way the writers of this show know how to make her better is to bring down anything that's in competition to her. And I think that's just a horrible way to do it. You know, like I said, Supergirl, while it doesn't get the greatest numbers, it's doing okay, and it's pulling it off. You know what I mean? And it's not annoying. It's not like it's not the center of every storyline.
I'm thinking crazy right now. I'm thinking I might invite Stephen Walton on.
Hey, let's do it.
And let's watch the video he made about me. We can react.
All right.
Did you see it, Darth Daddy? Did you see it?
I saw it. Listen,
you know,
there's nobody I dislike enough to spill milk on myself. Okay? I don't care who it is. I'm not gonna. That's hurting me. It's not hurting the other person. Why do I spill milk on myself?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This might be a bad idea, but I'm thinking about it. Let me see.
He's like Steven, you're the Chris Farley of the Fandom Menace.
Hey, that's a compliment.
You'll take the fall and get hurt for the laugh.
I don't know if he's. Well, I'll have to see if he's following me. If he's not following me, forget about it. Because let me see. I know he's tweeting out. He tweets out that video constantly. I'm checking Twitter now. Wait, everyone, don't leave. I'm checking Twitter.
Nobody's leaving. I'll keep it going. Maybe I'll just Snowdub's in there. Maybe I'll just fuck with him. Hey, Snowdub. What's up? What's up, Lolly? With the Cotton Connection. He's gonna try to tell me I'm not worthy for the Cotton Connection when I made a puppet video 6 years ago. Snow, 6 years ago. How old were you? 13. When I did that.
Well, I'm looking for you, Steven, in my notifications. I know you're always tweeting out that video you made. I think that might be interesting. I don't know. What about Mandalorian episode 6?
Well, United said he hasn't seen it, right?
Yeah.
We can't.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
He hasn't seen it yet.
What's the last episode you watched, United?
5. Episode 5.
Did you like that one?
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
I was a little disappointed in that one, but I still like the series overall. I just didn't like the guy they put in Han Solo's seat.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't his seat, Max. Yeah. Stop saying it was his seat.
Oh, it wasn't?
Okay, here. First, we talked about this on Angus stream too. UK, if you remember from A New Hope, the Cantina's a pretty big fucking place. Okay, there's a lot of seats. It's a pretty big bar, and bars have booths that line the entire exterior wall. And if you remember in A New Hope, Han was like in the back. He was like way in the back. This booth that Toro was sitting in was literally right in front of the bar. So it's not the same booth.
Okay. Steven says he can't come on tonight, maybe another time. That might get the views, Steven. I need to get some views on the next War Council. The Madman and the Dollar Store Maxi Pad face off.
Hey, I got called a shill again. I love getting called a shill. I'm a shill for what? FM? What's FM? Fandom Menace? What's FM? Why would it be a shill for the Fandom Menace? I made a whole video going off on Steven here. How good? Yeah.
No, he's far from it. He doesn't want to attack you, and then you're attacking him. He doesn't want to attack the Fandom Menace. He doesn't think there's a benefit in doing that.
No, Tote Daddy. I am Gray Order, not Fandom Menace. Definitely not a shill for anyone. I mean, the Gray Order were started by Josh at Den of Nerds, and Max had the balls to call me a shill for them.
I said he's just trying to sell T-shirts.
He learned quickly I'm not a shill for anyone.
Yeah. Sir Nerd a lot. I think he's on your channel a lot.
Yeah, Sir Nerd a lot.
Oh, thoughts on JJ's comments about Ahsoka? I missed that one. I didn't hear
I saw the Star Wars theory, but I didn't read the article. But I guess he basically said, someone was asking about Ahsoka, and he said, well, you never know. Take a good look at the Rise of Skywalker. There might be something in there. Now, I think maybe he's trying to pull a Russo brothers where they try to say something similar to Infinity War when they were talking about Nova. Remember, they were talking about Nova, and he said, "Oh well, you might see him in Infinity War. Or take a good look in the background in Infinity War," which they were just lying.
Yeah, it's just point blank lie. They lied. Yeah. There's a lot of things I have issues with Infinity War and Endgame. If y'all want to discuss about that,
sure.
It's basically with the Infinity Stones. Now, how can Hawkeye hold the Soul Gem without dying? Now, I know a lot of people say that because it's not the Power Stone. But if you go back to Guardians of the Galaxy, when the Collector was saying, he was saying no human can hold any Infinity Stone. So they'll let you know that that should let you know that Hawkeye should be dead after holding the stone. If he say that, so Hawkeye's not a human.
Well,
I mean, he's a human. He's a human.
If you notice, though, the only stone that killed anyone was the Power Stone. The Time Stone is held just fine by everybody. It's just the Power Stone because it has so much power that a human can't hold it. The other stones they can hold. The Tesseract people have held. You know what I mean? It's just a Power Stone, I think, that has that kind of reaction. The other ones otherwise are fine. I mean, sorcerers have had the Eye of Agamotto forever. You know what I mean? So,
well, if you actually look at when the Ancient One and Doctor Strange, they never touched the Time Stone. They already floated in the air. And Infinity and Endgame, they put the Time Stone in the Incredible Hulk hand, but I can kind of see that because he got that gamma radiation and everything, but it still don't make any sense because that's just one of the main things that I found out irks me. Like, why would y'all screw up the storyline so bad that y'all saying that no mortal can hold the gems, but yet you got Hawkeye holding the gem.
I still really think it falls down to that. This is it's just my opinion, but I think it's isolated to the Power Stone with that one because it's the Power Stone, and it's just so much power that they can't hold it unless they're part god or a strong alien. You know, humans can't just take that kind of power. And I gotta make something. I don't know why Tope Daddy is saying I'm supporting Jeff Hicks. Did you listen to anything? Anything I said at the whole segment? There's nothing.
Tope Daddy.
support of Jeff Hicks other than saying,
well, to be fair, it looks like Tope Daddy. Well, not. I don't think attacking you, but Tope Daddy is hot at the Fandom Menace. I think because big Rose Tico supporter. He is the first I can confirm, because a lot of people say, "Why do you comment on the Fandom Menace?" I was subscribed to them before most of the followers that say Fandom Menace forever. I subscribed to their channels, so I know for a fact that Jeff was the first one to call her potato sack. So he deserves criticism.
If anything, you're being kind of more even with Jeff, saying, "Hey, I hope he succeeds." And that's the only thing I agree with, is saying, I'm not saying I want to see him fail. If you're an artist, you don't want to see any artist fail. But I do expect honesty, and he wasn't honest, and I think he's doing a disservice not only to his backers, but he's doing a disservice to other independent artists, and that's my big issue with it, and that's what's bothering me. So no, I'm not a shill for Jeff Hicks at all.
Well, I think what you're getting, there's a lot of people that are just upset because they actually like these characters, and I mean, I attacked the characters too. I don't think I went, although the hottest video I did about attacking Rose Tico is I showed, the ET carts buried. I made a thumbnail with him pulling out Rose Tico toys out of a hole next to ET carts. But I'm happy she's still in the new movie. I'm happy. You know what?
I'd be happy with her being in a movie as long as they wrote her as relevant.
Yeah.
I have no problem with the character. You literally wrote her in there just because you were split. You're like, Rian Johnson says, I'm going to split up Poe and Finn. So I got to give him someone to talk to. And not only give him someone to talk to, but apparently regress his character arc and make him act the same way he did in the first movie and start all over again from I want to run away and save Rey instead of, he just regresses, and then they put her in there to stop him and to show him the light, when I thought he already did that in the first movie. That's the problem I have with it. You could have made her relevant. You could have made her an awesome character. You still could have kept her same personality. You still could have had her have the same values, but made her more relevant to the story. That's the problem I had with it.
And she's kind of got, as much as we know by the trailers, not watching after the movie, she kind of got kicked to the curb for a new hotness for Finn. I don't think he's.
Yeah, and when you do that, you have
that's going to be awkward.
Finn, who has this obvious, some kind of, it seems like a crush on Rey.
Yeah, and
then you got her out of nowhere. She kisses him, and then they're going to completely gloss over that kiss. By the way,
yeah,
they're going to completely like it was nothing. You know what I mean?
That's right. That the Rose Finn thing is probably one of the things that's like retconned. We're like, we're not going to talk about it.
yeah, we're just going to forget. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. Hey, Leia kissed Luke. Yeah, but you know what? There was some context there. She did it on purpose just to piss off Han. That's why she did it. Not because she had the hots for Luke. She just wanted
this is just more proof that Reylo's going to happen, because Finn is not back with Rey. Right. Finn is not back with Rey. Finn has a new person, Lando's grandchild, I think, or something, or daughter.
Now, see, her character looks really compelling.
Okay, I disagree on that one.
It does. It looks pretty compelling. For I forgot the name of the character. It sounds like Hannah, Jana.
Yeah, Jana Calrissian. I think it kind of looked like Hunger Games, her outfit with the bow.
Yeah, so what? We just watched Mandalorian with Boone and looking, had basically having a biker jacket on and acting like a biker. So
all right, okay, fair point. Fair point. Well, we were talking about Marvel movies. So, what are your thoughts on the coming slate of next Marvel Phase 4? Are you excited at all, or are you just kind of like, I'll see how it goes? The only one I'm really excited about is Shang-Chi, because I think that's a cool character, and I like the actor off a Canadian show sitcom Kim's Convenience. He's a fun,
that convenience store. Yeah.
Oh, you saw that? Yeah. So I like him already. I'll root for him just beyond the character. Doctor Strange too, and then the rest I'm like, I'm I'm not over, and I've seen every Marvel movie opening weekend except for Captain Marvel. That's the only one.
Oh man,
yeah, I'm very.
I just didn't care. I wasn't boycotting her. I'm boycotting Rise of Skywalker. I wasn't boycotting Captain Marvel. It's just I didn't care.
Yeah, and my daughter was the same way. I mean, I made her go with me, but she's like, I really don't care about this movie. I really didn't care.
You didn't need to see it. I saw it on. Really...
I'm sorry, I love the Captain Marvel film. I love pretty much all the Marvel films so far.
Okay.
And I love the phase they coming up with too. So I'm very excited by seeing Black Widow because I've been waiting for that movie for years. Also very excited about Eternals, Shang-Chi, especially Doctor Strange, Multitude of Madness, Black Panther.
With possibility of Namor in Black Panther? That's exciting.
Yes. Yeah. See, I think they with Black Panther 2, I actually think they're going with it's a Black Panther comic book series first, because Dr. Doom and Black Panther went head to head, and Dr. Doom beat T'Challa really bad, so T'Challa couldn't be the Black Panther no more. So he passed it down to Shuri, and she became the Black Panther. And then Namor came into the mix, but Dr. Doom planned the whole situation. So if they're going to go with Dr. Doom and Namor, that'd be great. That means they're going off that comic book series.
What I'm hearing though is that the series they're going to go after is because they had that Atlantis Wakanda war angle in the comic books too, where Namor was more of the antagonist, because Namor's kind of been like a dick in the comic books a lot. You know, he hasn't been a hero a lot of the times. So you know, so I think that's what they're actually going with, only because of the Easter eggs they had. I mean, you know, everyone's talking about that Easter egg in the background of, forgot which movie it was, where you see the dot in the middle of the ocean where Atlantis would be located at.
Oh wow!
I think, I mean, I heard that Dr. Doom is supposed to be one of the big, that there's going to be two main bad guys. That Dr. Doom is going to be the Earth-based one, and then we'll see what comes with the cosmic being.
Oh, I love that.
What else?
Cosmic being. So yeah, I'm hoping that they bring in Galactus. I'm hoping that they bring in him. But
with I'm not sure. With the Eternals, everything they're doing, it looks like that's where they're going towards.
Yeah. They look like they're really going. Go ahead.
I'm waiting to see on the Eternals. It's a big cast, so they're probably really going hardcore on that one.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask you, how did you like the X-Men movies, and what did you feel about Dark Phoenix, the end of those actors?
The actors was great in the film, but the movie sucks to me. I'm sorry. I didn't really get into Dark Phoenix. I actually went and watched it in the theaters. I still gave it support. You know, I went and watched in the opening, but the storyline could have been a lot better. I think the reason why they wrote the storyline like that, because they were pretty much trying to get rid of it. It was just pretty much a throwaway movie, because they didn't give it no great promotion with it, or they didn't put no good writing in it. But the actors and the special effects and everything was great in the movie.
Well,
I like it with that.
I think one of the major issues is it was going to be a two-parter, and that was right when Disney took over Fox, and they're like, no, we're not doing this as a two-parter. Said to cut that short, and then they were going to make, I don't know if this is confirmed or not, they were going to make Dark Phoenix really powerful, and they kind of neutered her a little bit because of Captain Marvel too, and they didn't want her a big. I don't know if that's true or not. That's a rumor.
You know what I think the big issue was with those movies is they knew that was the big storyline that everyone wanted to see, but because the X-Men was a contained universe,
right?
What a lot of people forget is the Phoenix Saga wasn't just an X-Men universe deal. It was like an Infinity Gauntlet level.
Yes, it was
level event, and it involved the entire Marvel universe. And they tried to build up to it in 3 movies of a self-contained universe involving just the X-Men. And their hands are tied on a lot of things. You can't get into the screen to Krull. You can't get into all the stuff that went behind the scenes and the space wars that were going on, the Star Wars that were going on leading up to the Phoenix Saga, and that's why it's really neutered. You know what I mean? They tried to do too much with too little.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, when like I say, when I watched it, I enjoyed the movie because I knew that the storyline wasn't going to be that great. But, you know, I just went in there because I support it, you know, and I'm a huge X-Men fan. I love seeing different mutants, different popping up with different powers and everything. I love seeing that type of thing. But they could have did a lot better. But, like, I didn't know that a little bit of knowledge that y'all just gave me. I didn't know they wasn't making it in part 2. I didn't. And they
that was the original.
Part 1.
I'm pretty sure that was the original plan, but it threw a kink in their plans when Disney took over, and they're like, we're not funding a second part to this. We kind of want to end it so we can bring them into the MCU. I think someone else.
I think people are going to be surprised with the X-Men because it's not going to be what we were used to. You know what I mean? I mean, it sounds like they're, you know, going with this a mixture of either the quantum realm giving powers and something with Janet Van Dyne, you know, kind of unlocking things, and Scarlet Witch because being basically the first mutant.
Oh yeah, I like how you sound there, Daddy.
Here we go. Here we go. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just wanted to tune in with my boy Mad Max here and say, "Hi, how's it going tonight?" Really appreciate what you're doing, Max, with all these videos you've been putting out and exposing. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
I love Macho Snow. Macho Man's one of my favorites. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good to be here, Max. And I got something to say to Darth Daddy over there. You know, I'll put you the squared circle there, Daddy. Yeah, and I'm gonna get on the top turnbuckle and I'm gonna drop the elbow right on your chest.
Shut your mouth and know your role.
When you are not
going to take on the greatest of all time, brother. Hear me out. It's not happening. Because I will drop down the people's elbow right down on that randy-ass skull of yours and take the cotton connection and shove it straight up your candy ass.
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
What the daddy is cooking.
Oh, Daddy, you got me all excited here. You got my finger spinning in the air now, and I really want to test out your skills. You know, got to bring it into the ring. You think you got the guts? You want to test the Macho Menace? I'll bring it in there and show me what you got, Daddy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Snap you like Slim Jim. Take it.
Yeah, hell yeah, Macho Snow. And this is how I thought it was going to go when Steven got on. So, Steven, you missed your opportunity. I thought the Dollar Store Doomcock and the Fandom Menace story were going to go at it like the Macho Man and Darth Dad. Lethal is in the chat getting excited.
Yeah, member is eliminated.
Boy, yeah, you subscribe to Snowdome Music and Entertainment. Yeah, that's where the real action's at. And real funny. Yeah, we bring it.
Oh, this is great.
Lethal, are you liking his Slim Jim?
Oh, nice one.
I think the stream needed a little excitement. So I decided to come in here for 3 minutes of
play time. Why the fuck did you come in here then?
Because everybody's tired of listening to your mouth there, Daddy. Show what the Macho Menace can do, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
You alone do not classify as everyone. So
I'm certainly.
I love you, Snow. I love you, Snow.
Macho Snow. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeves.
Well, you never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get when I come on the Max. War Council.
Brian says he's cutting a Macho promo of that. Yeah. Well, are you gonna go see the Rise of Skywalker? I'm not judging you, bro. Are you going to go see the Rise of Skywalker? Are you excited now, or what are you feeling?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Max. I'm going to go in there to the theater, and I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to hope to see that Luke Skywalker. You know, I really like that guy, and if he shows up as a Force ghost, I'm gonna get real pissed off. I'm gonna start ripping heads off in the theater and throw my popcorn on the screen. Yeah. And I'm gonna let them all know. I'm gonna let the Disney know. You don't mess with the macho man as Luke Skywalker. Yeah. Check it.
What about Raylo? Are you looking forward to Raylo?
I don't even know what the Raylo is, Max. Yeah, it sounds like some kinky stuff there.
It is. What'd you think of episode 6 of The Mandalorian?
By the way, United hasn't seen it, so don't spoil it for him.
Oh, that's hard.
Slow down with the madness. Don't spoil it for our friend here.
I really like that. I really dig it. Yeah, the Mendo. He kind of reminds me of the Macho Man. He takes control.
Yeah.
I think it's a good show. I'm looking forward to some more of that stuff. I like a little excitement. So I sit down and watch the Mendo and snap it to a Slim Jim. Yeah, dig it.
You think Bill Burr's character might go as far as to get his own spinoff? I think he's that strong of a character. People like him that much.
I don't agree with.
I think it's in the future if he has more episodes under his belt. I don't know. I'd like to see it. All right.
I think he's a good recurring character in other stuff. I don't think it's strong enough to carry. It'll end up being too campy.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it. Not that I don't like the character. I love the character. I think it's more of a supporting character though, rather than a leading one.
Do you think the people on stream right now? Do you still think we're going to get some type of flashback of Obi-Wan or something on the Deborah Chow? Because Deborah Chow's coming up next. Is there going to be some type of cameo of Obi-Wan somehow, or to her link to her series?
I still have my thoughts on that. I'm going to die in that hill until they prove me wrong.
Well,
Ahsoka.
Oh, Ahsoka. Yes. Oh, that would get people real excited. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they already had Ahsoka. I don't know the name of her creature. They had a cameo of that, and was it episode 5? That was Filoni's episode. Her cat-like creature.
I think it'll be a good way to introduce her because most casual fans don't know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have her, they know what a Jedi is. You know what I mean? So if they have her as a Jedi saving him, that's a good way to introduce her, and then to bring her in, and then casual fans can get to know Ahsoka.
Well, I think we're going to end the stream soon here, but I want to say, as much as the war goes on in the fandom here on YouTube too, I wish everyone the best. I hope people that are looking forward to the Rise of Skywalker get something from it. I think there's something for everyone right now. If you don't like the Rise of Skywalker, there's the Mandalorian. And me personally, it boggles my mind that I'm actually saying this when a Star Wars movie, a saga film, is getting into theaters. I'm more excited about The Witcher than I am Rise of Skywalker, and that's what I'm more excited about this week personally. I got a crush on Henry Cavill. That's a man. Hell yeah. I got a man crush on him.
He's watching.
I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see The Witcher. So I probably binge The Witcher before I even do anything about like a video on it or anything.
Well,
so I probably just binge.
I just thought of an interesting question. Is Disney and streaming so popular now that it can eventually start to hurt movie box office? They're competing with themselves a little bit with The Mandalorian. They decided to still release it before the Rise of Skywalker. And Netflix, Netflix is battling with Disney. That's why they're releasing the whole thing on the day it comes out, the Rise of Skywalker. They are battling with Disney. They've done stuff in the past, like cancel the Daredevil and that before they needed to, because there's a definite battle. You're coming on our turf and streaming. So there is a war there. Do you think streaming is going to start to affect movie box office and that they might be competing with themselves, Disney? That's a question where I'd leave off the show after we go to each person.
Yeah, I actually think in the future that streaming is going to start to affect movies because it's a lot of chaotic stuff when you leave the house and go out watching movies, and more safer to be home with your family, you know. But I think it's going to affect it because, like I say, while go to the theater, you can sit there and watch it right there on TV once you're own home. You know, it's more comfortable at your home. You don't have to worry about, you know, ignorant people being ignorant, saying stuff that they shouldn't be saying. So I actually think it's going to actually affect the box office in the near future because a lot of people are ready to be at home where they feel safe and comfortable and actually watch the movie in their own home instead of going to the movies.
I see it the other way around, actually, because Disney's playing it smart and other people are going to follow this. They're using the streaming service to wet people and for it to be a preparation into what you're going to see when you get to the movies. And movies going, I don't think movie going is going to ever get hurt. Movie going is an event. You know what I mean? Watching at home is entertainment. Movies is not just entertainment, it's an event. It's something to do with family, it's something to do with friends and loved ones. It's an event to go do. And when you you're gonna see it with that WandaVision. That WandaVision is gonna literally kick off Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah.
That's the whole point of it, you know what I mean? And we're seeing things in Mandalorian that are supposed to be hints at what's going on in Rise of Skywalker, and we'll probably get more stuff down the line. And I think it's going to actually increase people's want to see the movies, and it's going to grab the attention of people who may not have been movies goers, but they have Disney Plus. Let's say they have Disney Plus because they love the Disney animated movies, okay, and then they start watching Mandalorian or some of the Marvel shows, and they're like, maybe I'll go see the next movie. This looks kind of interesting. This looks kind of cool. You know what I mean? So I think it's a launching pad. For more things.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, pretty good point. Yeah.
Macho Snow, I need to hear from you, Macho Man.
Oh yeah, well, I like what Disney is doing with the streaming service. I could dig it. Yeah, it's a real smart idea, but you know, there's something about the theater. Yeah, it's all about family. You know, yeah, it's where we all get together and have some popcorn and, you know, kick back and talk about some things and see if we really like the movie as a family. Yeah, so I'm from the old school, you know, and that's what I like to do. I like to go out and watch a movie. You know they sell
Slim Jims at AMC theaters, right? So would you really be buying popcorn, or would you be snapping into the Slim Jim during the movie?
Sometimes you need a little excitement.
You're the loud guy. You're the loud guy at the movies, aren't you? You're the one everyone's like, shh.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the one they're giving a high five to. You know, when I'm walking down the aisle, and see Macho Man's here. You can take it.
Well, I appreciate everyone coming on the War Council. I had a lot of no-shows too. I'm looking at you, Christy. No, I love Christy. I'm gonna have Christy on soon. I'm gonna have let me see. Echo Base Network might be next week. I'm always open to new creators. We would love to have United Comics Universe come on again. Really cool dude.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Thanks for coming on.
And thank you for having me.
United Comics Universe, sub to him. He would love the support, and also sub to Macho Snowdub and Darth Daddy. Darth Daddy, and check out the Gray Council, his channel. Like it up to it whenever you can, and I'm looking forward to his review, and probably my man Macho Snowdub's review of the Rise of Skywalker. I don't know if you're going to review it, United Comics. I'm not seeing it. I don't know. So I'm gonna watch other people's reviews. I'm not seeing it, and I'm getting spoiled. I'm gonna watch all the spoiler reviews. So I'd like to talk to Darth Daddy after he sees it, and I don't, to try to explain to me how good or bad it is. That might be interesting. Try to convince a boycotter to go see it.
I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna feed you with so much bullshit just to get you to watch it.
I'm used to it.
And then you're gonna come back to me and say you lied, and I'm going, did you like it?
I'm used to it. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of Mike Zero, so I'm used to it.
Oh,
I had to bring him in somewhere. Don't you know he's Fandom Menace now?
Yeah. All the Fandom Menace people are like, oh, we feel you, Zero, and Zero's like, it's not where I was actually going with this, but okay.
No, I don't like that Mike Zero guy. No, yeah, he's always giving those clickbait views, and I don't like it. No, every time I click on it, it's some more bullshit story, and I just ain't digging it.
Fandom Menace has clickbait at all. Right? No clickbait.
Yeah,
none at all.
I'm pointing at you, pool boy. You and your little click. You need to come at the Mad Max and bring it. Because you ain't got that above size average penis that you always talk about. Pool boy better learn something from the macho.
He's got delusions of grandeur in that pool house.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you hear? I got the band back together. You're welcome, Menace. I got the band back together. I said the High Council was canceled and they're abandoning their fans, and they're like, well, let's reunite then. So if it happens, you're welcome, Menace.
He did you a solid.
So I think that's
smash that like button.
Yeah. Go sub to all these guys.
Smash it.
Yeah, smash the hell out of it. Like the pool house is pool boy's right in front of you. Woo!
Yeah.
All right. So thanks for coming. Check out these guys. Definitely check out Darth Daddy's review, because I know for sure he's going to do some type of review of the Rise of Skywalker, and I'm very interested to see it. And if you want to collab with me, I'm still planning on not seeing it, so it'd be interesting conversation for telling someone that didn't watch it.
Yeah. I don't do a lot of creators do the spoiler and non-spoiler versions, and I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that shit. It's a spoiler. Okay? If you don't want spoilers, don't fucking watch that.
Some may say the sequel trilogy spoils itself. Oh, I gotta stop. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nicer. Sorry. I just had to throw it in. All right, I'm done. I'm getting crazier than normal. All right, so say goodbye, everyone. I'm ending it now.
Night.
Tuck and roll.
Night. We have comments.